We're gonna play music a little bit and wait until our speakers and our spoken word all right. Wait, oh, sorry, we got one more person.
Hey guys, my name is Kim, and I just wanted to come up here and say that this display is truly amazing. Seeing so many people of different races and creeds come together to fight racism and promote love and equality it's truly beautiful. And while I do have the honor of having this platform, I just wanted to talk about something that I've noticed recently. I've noticed a lot of people use the word ignorant as a sort of synonym for racism. And I was just wondering if you guys could not do that. I mean, I know that sounds weird. You guys are like, hey Kim, racists are ignorant, why don't you get with the times? Yeah, I get it, but I just don't get it. I feel like ignorance is sort of a label, and a soft label at that. And what it does is it implies something. And to me, what it implies is innocence. I'll let that resonate for a second. By calling a racist ignorant, you are taking blame away from them. Ignorant implies that you don't know what you're doing because no one ever told you. I mean, ignorant is what you call a child who calls out a curse word in class because they heard their father say it the night before, or what you'd call someone who bakes sugar cookies for their entire office, not knowing that half of them are diabetic. Those people are ignorant. Those people subjected the people around them to something negative because no one ever told them that what they were doing was wrong. But once they learn about their mistakes, they hopefully move on and they make strides to never make those same mistakes again. A key factor of ignorance is that it can be temporary. Now, name to me a racist who fits in that profile. Name to me a racist who wakes up one morning and thinks, you know what, racism is bad, I'm not gonna be racist anymore, and then they aren't. Name to me a racist who has never been told, either directly or subliminally, that racism is terrible. I mean, I'll wait if you want, but that'll be a long wait because unfortunately that just doesn't happen. And that's because racism isn't ignorance. It is willful and methodical sadism. Racism was never an accident. From the get-go, it was always well planned out and thoroughly done. It is the most prominent and purposeful thing that ever happened in this country's history. It is the only thing whose intentions cannot be debated. It was always meant only to beat down the brown and black man with a savagery never before seen. You think that was an accident? You think that the cries of our forefathers didn't tip off the slave owners to their crimes against humanity? Or maybe the cries of the natives centuries before then? No, racism is a living, breathing thing in this country. It has branches, canals, and roots. It preys on the old and the young without discrimination and runs through family lines like blood. It is passed down from generation to generation like a nasty heirloom, and you think that is an accident. The fact is that those who thrive and still thrive in racism were and still are some of our country's most intelligent. They were our congressmen and our judges, our doctors and our militiamen, and the thing is that still hasn't changed. These are people who have piled years and years into their degrees. They have dedicated decades of their lives to book learning. To think that the only racists in this country live in the backwaters of the land is ignorance in and of itself, but I'm about to give you a lesson, and this one's for free. The racists in our country are the most intelligent. They are still our politicians and our doctors, our bosses, our teachers, and our officers. And they all have the same intentions that their ancestors did, which is to bury us. And I'm glad to say that is what we are. We are seeds that our ancestors planted, and now we're flowers struggling toward the sunlight and blood-caked soil, but we will be okay. Because they didn't beat down our forefathers, whose backs they broke and whose feet they cut off. And they didn't beat down our foremothers, whose bodies they tore and whose children they stole. They knew what they were doing when they split child from mother and mother from father, but we are still here. And decade after decade, we have started our own rebellions, and now we are here leading yet another march for equality. And it may be a hard and long march, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. Our legs are strong and our feet are hard. We will see each other through it. So next time you see it, leave the word ignorance in your back pocket and call them what they are. Use this harsh word in all its entirety. Spit it in their face. Make them look it in the eye. Call them racist.